Hey, what's going on? It's Jason Lucchesi, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am here with my good friend, Mr. Jason Palliser, and we've got some really awesome things that we're going to be talking about today. Make sure you stay on until the very end. I'm going to be giving you the link so that you can get access to the document that I promised you on Monday, and you will be able to have that. As you can see, Jason's been, a big part of the channel here lately, and if you don't know already, big announcement that he is now part of everything that we're doing here. We're collaborating. We're doing a lot of stuff together as a team, and we're just trying to make some big things happen with the channel and give you guys content that nobody else is giving on YouTube right now. So with that being said, we've got some big things coming to the channel here. So make sure, if you're not already, become a subscriber, because we've got nothing but great content coming your way. So Jay, how's everything going in your world, man?
Good. Just got off a plane and hurried over here to the house we have in St. Louis as an Airbnb, and then flying back down, a 24-hour turnaround. So flying back down to my lovely wife tomorrow. So things are going good. I'm ready to roll, ready to teach investors some things that they need to know about data and how you should look at things to attack your marketplace a lot better.
Yeah, man, let's hop into it, because I know a lot of people, they overlook this. So let's go ahead and hop into it. And as you guys can see, Jason's not in Indianapolis with me. I don't think he's going to be coming back because one of our dogs pooped in his room, and he saw some other things from our older dog, which is, he's kind of, creeping his way out the door a little bit, and our three-legged dog. So I don't know if Jay's going to be coming back to Indy anytime
Here,
soon.
I labeled it. Hey, for those of you following us at home, visit Jason in Indy. Literally, his dogs, I said, this is a circus. Like, one dog lays there and doesn't move and flops its legs around. It's deaf and can't see. I'm like, what's going on? You have a three-legged dog, folks. Hey, on top of talking about real estate, if you just want to have a good old time, stop by his house. Like, seriously. I had to hopscotch to get to my bed between the dog poop and all that. It was great.
Oh, man. That dog's so great, man. You could tell I love him to death. All right, well, cool, man. Let's hop in. Let's talk about this whole data thing, and make sure you guys that are watching right now stay tuned until the very end, because I will be talking about how you can get access to the document.
So we get from investors all the time, and if you're watching this video, we're releasing a lot more videos to teach you, and our whole goal is to make you the best investor in the city that you invest in, or the cities that you branch out to. And so that's what we're doing here. So watch some of the other videos. Quite certain you'll enjoy them. The whole theme on this video and other videos is that we're going to teach you things and talk to you about things that we know other people don't do. We're not going to do the same 5 or 6 worn out techniques and just talk about the same worn out things. So as you're here, we're going to talk about real estate with respects to how do you market, and what's important to know about the data that you receive. Like, people don't close deals without leads. The leads are simply data from somewhere, right? And not all data is created equal. So let's just jump into not all data being created equal, right? So that we can start doing this at a better clip. Here's what I see and hear training 25,000 investors over the last 20 years all the time. Hey, I'm attacking this list. I was told to be consistent, which is true. You need to be consistent to close deals. I don't disagree with that, but maybe we should just be better. And here's what I hear. Hey, Jason, I was told to create a marketing budget, and I'm told to do this and do that. Great. Okay. Sounds good. And then I was told this surface level training, I got said to be consistent. Well, Jason, I'm doing that, and I'm a little frustrated. Here's why. Not all data is created equal. Meaning, most of the time when we start to dig, and it doesn't take me doing this for hedge funds that need 1,000 homes in a city, 2,000 homes in a short amount of time. So I can't be off on data. I can't be off on my marketing technique, right? So here's what happens when we start digging into data. Any investor to get my hands on that says, hey, I'm frustrated, my marketing budget's starting to creep up, which is probably a top 3 complaint from most investors, whether you're getting started or whether you've been doing it 5, 6, 7 years. Everyone bitches about their budget, right? Here's one of the things that I uncover within 10 seconds. I find out that, oh, hey, I got this data source. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's dig into that. Literally with just a little bit of legwork, here's what I find. Hey, when did you get this list? Oh, I got it 2 weeks ago, and I'm getting ready to drop my second postcard or whatever. And I start looking at the data, and I'm with just a little bit of legwork. I usually go straight into the Freedom of Information Act and getting 5 or 6 different off-market motivated leads, code violations, stuff like that. Within minutes, sometimes minutes, certainly within 24 hours, I find out that their data is old. Their data is dated.
Yeah.
That's a tongue twister, right? Data is dated, right? So here's what I find out, Jason, and everybody that's listening. You're marketing to data that is maybe sometimes 120 days old.
Yeah.
And in the trying to strike gold in real estate investing, that's like panning for gold nuggets in 1984 when everybody did it 100 and something years prior to you. When that data starts to get old, okay, and different types, and again, I'm not gonna take you down a dark hole here, but sometimes data being 120 days old, forget it. That homeowner, so listen to me, folks. Trying to help you out on your marketing budget here and understand data and start to look at it differently before you decide to jump in on a particular list that you get or unlock or what have you, okay? So here's what you need to know and understand. At 120 days, there's probably already been 100 or 200 investors that are hitting that same homeowner, right? Yep. And they're already 4, 5, 6, 7 postcards deep, and they're sophisticated, so they do text message blasts because they skip trace and got their names. And so guess what? You hitting that list and you've been told to be consistent, and you're like, hey, it's a pretty valuable list, and I'm not going to say that it's not. It's still not. I'm not saying that you can't close deals out of it, but here's what I know. If everybody does the same old worn out thing, the same technique, gets the same list as you, and probably sending the same postcards and letters, right, and doing the same text messages that you are, what do you think, like, honestly, what do you think your chances are of getting that homeowner to respond to you? Like, and I'm not trying to be mean about this. I'm trying to help you as you're listening. But what makes you so special? The reason I'm saying it to you this way as you watch this video, and we're trying to teach you here, is that I'm nothing special. Jason, you're nothing special. Your dogs certainly aren't anything special. But investor, as you're listening here, while you're sitting here on your phone, at home, or in work going, I'm going to watch this instead of work, which I don't blame you. Be free, right? As you hear this, you're no different than anybody else if you're doing the same thing because you've watched the same webinar or follow the same Facebook guru in the same big Facebook group. That sucks, right? But it all starts with data, and your data is old. It's dated. So let's just call it what it is. Most of you, we are all guilty. Okay, we're guilty of going to list source. I'm going to grab this list. High equity absentee owners. Hey, pre-foreclosures. Oh, it's been out for a few weeks, but I'm going to go ahead and grab it and start attacking. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's a numbers game. If that data's been out there a few weeks, what do we do to combat that? Like, hey, property stream. And guess what? Property stream has good data. And what they do a beautiful job of is organizing it, which is amazing, right?
They do.
But if that data is a few weeks old, heaven forbid you're doing this in the same city that I am, and I'm attacking the same niche in the same zip code at the same time as you are. And the reason I want to say this is so you go to bed at night going, damn it, I'm going to listen to Jason and I'm going to do what he said and do this differently because I know it's going to yield better results for you, right? That's why you're here. So how do we get better data? And so here's what I need you to know and understand. If at any time there's an opportunity for you to go directly to the source, do it.
Yeah. Meaning,
of course, Property Stream makes it easy for you. It's like plucking an apple from a tree. And I love that. And I'm giving them props here, bringing them up twice. And there's other data providers, but not all data providers are created equal. Yep. What you have to really hone in on is how old is this data really? Okay. So what can we do to help you? Bypass it. Meaning this, it doesn't have to be you, by the way. Okay. Hire somebody to go down and grab the fresh list. Yep. Okay. Pre-foreclosure data. Let's say in your city, when a bank files for pre-foreclosure, by law in your particular city or state, you have 90 days. If you're grabbing data now that's on PropStream pre-foreclosure and it's already 65 days old, do I need to say anything else here on this video? You understand that everybody's attacked them 100 times, text messaged them, probably knocked on their door.
Yep.
So the effort that we're trying to streamline what you're doing. So the effort you put forward, you should. They're running out of time. There's no reason that you shouldn't try and get a hold of them and be a solution for them, right? But that's kind of like starting a race that's doing 4 laps around the Olympic-sized track, and everybody's already got a 2.5 lap head start on you. Right. No matter how good you are, no matter how sharp your verbiage is when you get them on the phone, you're a better negotiator, this and that. If somebody's got a head start, they got a head start. So what do I really need you to pay attention to and start asking tough questions at the places that you're grabbing data from is how fresh is this data? How old is this data? When you do that, when you hear, and you don't even have, if you're getting started or you've been doing this for 10 years, you don't have to have a trained ear. If somebody says, oh yeah, well, we get it, and we scrape it every 90 days, and it's pre-foreclosure data, and in your area, it goes to foreclosure in 90 days. You might buy, think about this, and this is where I'm going to help you. You might be buying a list that's 80 days old, and in your area, in 90 days, they go to they go to foreclosure. Now you have 10 days left. So unless you have Spider-Man and money shoots out of your web, your little web slinger here, then you have 10 days now. So do you see where that might be wasted time, energy, and effort, right? You get that, right, Jason? So
yeah.
When you talk to investors, I know you and I are in unison together. We tell them the same thing. We're like, you've got to get fresher data. So what can you do? Here's what you can do, and it costs you $0. You can pick up the phone and call and say, hey, how can I grab pre-foreclosure data? One, how can I grab it from you guys? Do I have to come in person? Is there a website that you can direct me to where I can pull it without even having to leave my house? Do I need to come down there? Does it cost me anything? So where can I get it? Do I need to come in? Can it be grabbed online? Is there a cost associated with it so that you know? And here's what I would tell you. And it goes against what most people think, and this will push you further, faster. Folks, if it costs money, what are most people? It's a new word that they actually just put in the Webster dictionary. So what are most people? Cheap. If somebody's got to pay for something, that sprays off on 90% of the investors in the marketplace. Like, oh, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to pay $49 a month for whatever, and I grab the data. Well, that data's old.
It is.
You're not paying $49 a month. You're paying for convenience, but you're paying for old stuff. That's like thinking you're getting something new and you bought something used and it shows up in the mail and you're like, I'm pretty sure I didn't put stains on those shorts I just bought. Right? So what do you need to do? You need to find out if you can go grab the data yourself. Sometimes you have to go through and manually grab data, and they allow you to do it without leaving your house. So what I would do is hire people, and if you're taking notes, look for some people on Fiverr that can scrape data, right? They can write scripts. So you need to find somebody that can write a script that goes into your county website and scrapes the data and pulls it back to you. And so what I would do is once establish that you can get it, establish if it costs anything, establish if you can do it online or if you have to go in person. If you have to go in person, you do it yourself or hire somebody to grab it for you. Okay? So now you're getting data faster. You're getting it, sometimes you'll be getting it a lot faster than these big data streams that you can pull from, right? That's called winning the game. Yeah. Okay? And then what you do is you take that data and now you attack them. You're going to get better results. When you're first at a party, it's just the law of averages. When you're first at a party and you're first to create a relationship with a homeowner that truly needs help, you're going to close some deals, right?
Yeah. And one of the things I'll bring up is I've talked to a lot of these company owners because they want us to promote their softwares. And I've flat out asked them, I'm like, how old is most of the data? And they're like 3-4 months. So you're getting older data. It doesn't matter where you're at. Most of that data is not live data. Folks tell me they get their probates. I'm like, well, how quickly can you get them? And it's 60, 90 days that you're going to get those records. That's not good. So you could absolutely hire somebody to go down and get all of that data for you. And I know nowadays a lot of stuff you could get online. So don't make it hard on yourself. We're trying to help you right now and make it easy.
Well, and that's the other thing too. And again, this is where we can teach you. And I think most of you who are loyal followers to this channel know that we do a 2-day blueprint. an off-market blueprint where we attack the city 30 different ways. And it's not even just about the data that we're talking about right now, but it's also what data should you be going after, because this lead has the shortest closing window. Wouldn't all of you that are listening to this video right now like to know that out of 30 different ways that we grab off-market properties in any city that we're hired to do, or that we build out for an individual investor in our 2-day blueprint build outs, wouldn't you like to know that probate's top 5 out of 30? Meaning top 5 shortest closing window.
Yeah.
When somebody passes away and it's a probate lead, that 80% of those, the home sells within 1 year. You can't say that from a vacant list. You can't say that from a high equity absentee owner list. So now we're talking about different types of data right now. So we're not just talking about data and getting fresh data and start putting a little effort into this. And the funny thing is, if you're listening to this video, imagine a world where you're sitting in front of a judge and the judge says, I hereby sentence you to call 5 different counties that you want to invest in and ask them about their pre-foreclosure data, their delinquent tax data, their co-violation data, and how you can get it directly from the source. And you can't buy it from any other service. If you buy it from any other service, you go to jail for 20 years. Wow. Everyone that hears this video will be like, okay, I'm just going to have to get the data myself. And here's the funny thing. If they sentence you to do that within 72 hours, you would clear your schedule because you don't want to go to jail. You wouldn't look at any other source out there that, again, they do make it easy because they compile data. But a lot of times you're last to the party. You could still get deals out of it. And people that listen to this video are like, yeah, I've been using this data and I get some deals out of it. But imagine closing 3 times or 4 times the amount of deals. And I'm talking specifically right now, not to somebody who's new. I'm talking to the people that come to our blueprint like last month. Out of 18 clients, I think we had 3 that were doing 10 to 20 deals a month. I would say 80% of our 2-day blueprint clients where we build out and teach you negotiations, how to do this, how to do free direct mail, how to win the game and close multiple deals a month without a marketing budget, right? Yep. But I'm talking to the ones that have been doing it a while. If you can approach this a little bit differently and start attacking the niches with the shortest closing window and getting fresher data, you're gonna close more deals. So imagine a world, and it's funny because the people that come to the blueprint, they're like, man, I'm doing 0 to 3 deals and I wanna go to 7 deals a month. I heard you guys can help me do it. But they also look at the other people. Why are they here? They're doing 20 deals a month. I don't get it.
Right.
I get hired by companies that average 30, 40, 50 homes a month. And I need to get them from 20 to 40 deals because they have real pressure from top level down and to close that amount of deals. So they're there because they're like, hey, I know you're here and I'm here right now. What do I need to do? Well, a lot of this centers around getting better data and then attacking it at a superior level. As an example, and I'll give a shout out to one of my buddies, a blueprint client. His name's Kyle. And if you guys need help with data here, then just put in the comments, hey, I need help with data. I'd like to talk to you about how to do this more efficiently. That's what we're here to do. We'll answer your questions. Just put it in there. But my buddy Kyle, he scrapes data like nobody's business. He can do it, and some cities are tougher than others. And as you're watching this here, you're like, oh, that's my city. My city's the toughest in America. There can only be one. So whether you think your market's tough or not, there can only be one. And a lot of times what you'll find is that you just need the right person attacking for you. So if you need help in the data department, then just put in the comments, Mike, Jason, or myself. They'll filter it over to me, and I can put you into contact with people who are data ninjas. Okay? Oh
yeah, for sure. Kyle's great.
Yeah. So what I need to let everybody know is that you need to attack fresher data, and then also look at the niches that you're attacking. So out of 30, you need to know that one of the shortest closing windows and an 80% sell rate are probate leads, right? Yep. So you need to get to those first instead of just getting them all after the fact. Some of you don't even know that you can go to a website in your county that automatically you could sign up and click a button. I'm not saying in every city. Every time there's a new obituary, they gather them all up and send them to you daily or weekly or whatever it is. So you know real time when somebody's passed away, and you can reverse engineer if they have a property to sell.
Yep.
That's called getting data first.
We talked about it a few videos ago. I even had Brady come on because he came to the 2-day blueprint, and he came on to the YouTube video, and told folks what to say to kind of like talk to them initially on the phone. So it was pretty cool. He came on, I asked him, because if you guys didn't see that video, my son's 12 and we had him come, and I asked him, what'd you learn about probates? And he knew the sites, he know where to go. And I'm like, so what did Uncle Jason teach you then on what to say? And he knew exactly what to say. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, so he went into, yeah. So when we teach a blueprint, we don't teach you get this data and be consistent. We teach you, here's what we do. Here's what we do to get them to respond first versus the 150 other investors in your marketplace, because that's what's taken me years to figure out. Yep. And then we also teach you the dynamic of those type of leads. Specifically right now, you're talking about probate. So here's a little tip. So I'm sure Brady said it, and I'd be a proud uncle, I guess, right? When you call somebody and their relatives passed away, it's probably going to be an awkward phone call. So when they say, are you seriously calling me when my relative passed away, asking about the house and blah, blah, and we teach you how to politely do that. But we tell the person, hey, look, if you could imagine, we try and help people, but this is absolutely the worst part of my job. Calling somebody when their relative passed away. Can you imagine coming to work every day and then trying to help people? And it's absolutely the worst part of my job to call and say, hey, we're sorry that you lost a loved one, right? But we are here to help. So because that makes the other person go, oh God, I don't want your job, right?
Yeah.
And so we teach you those things. If you're interested in seeing what we do or see what other people say about what we do, then just go to the number 2dayblueprint.com. So the number 2dayblueprint.com, you can schedule a call. It'll ask you questions about what are your income benchmarks that you want to hit, because when we do this for big companies, literally we reverse engineer how many houses they need, a portfolio of 800 homes. What's the average equity spread? So for yourself personally, hey, what's my income goal? Hey, Jason, I want to make 150 grand a year. Let's reverse engineer that. Well, I know what our average per deal is based upon our negotiations that we'll teach you and stuff like that. So we tell you, okay, hey, based upon what you want to do, you need to close 9 of our average deals in 1 calendar year, which is academic stuff, right? So just go there, fill out the form, and we'll talk to you specifically about your marketplace. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you're frustrated with. And we'll also ask you, what are you good at? What do you like? What part of the business do you like? What part of the business do you freaking hate?
Yeah. No, exactly.
It's like one step. Like, what do you absolutely hate, so we can make the machine run and remove the things that you don't like about the business, right? Just like if I could remove Jason's dogs from my last visit, that would make my life a lot better.
It'd make my life a lot easier too. So if anybody wants a French bulldog, let me know. He's like, I think he's about 3 or 4 now.
Hey, breaking news. You don't want it. You do not want the dog. I'm telling you.
Hey, if you guys have enjoyed this video, one of the biggest things I'm going to ask you right now, because Jason hates odd numbers, go ahead and drop a number below, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Just put an odd number below in the comments section, because he hates odd numbers. Seriously. And also, the best way to get
I'm going to show you an odd number right now.
The best, and if you want access to our wholesaling escrow agreement, put a comment below, or you could go into the pinned comment that I have for you. The link is in there, and it's also in the description section. So if you missed that for some odd reason, just put a comment below, and also put your favorite odd number, so I can send a big screenshot to Jason.
Hey guys, we'll get you the contract. Okay, thanks, Jason, for telling us that. Ha ha ha! I hate odd numbers. I can't believe you're putting this out on the internet. I'm gonna get like haunted on Facebook and everywhere with odd numbers in my private message, and I hate it.
Well, you've got one right behind you. It says 7.
I'm not gonna look. It probably does. I'll burn that picture. When I get a hotel room, if you guys just grab your hotel key and you don't care, I'm like, please give me an even number room. Why? I don't know. So there you go. On top of data, now you know one of my weaknesses. And Jason, the game's on now.
Oh no!
Funny. That's funny.
Oh no!
Game's on.
Well, we got to wrap it up with saying, hey, if you're not already a subscriber and you really enjoy the content that we have, make sure you become a subscriber. Also, make sure you put an even, no, not an even, an odd number below. Right, Jay? We don't want to put even numbers. We'll put odd numbers below. make
Careful.
sure, make sure
I'll
you
start deleting people from the channel. Start deleting people.
give us a thumbs up and hit the little notification bell. I'm sure Mike's got something below to where the bell's going bing, bing, bing. So we'll have that going. But hey, thank you for joining us on today's video. Jay, do you have anything to say before we jump off? 33.
Yeah, plus 1 equals 34. So, folks, grab fresh data. If instead of just grabbing a list and being consistent, because that's what people have told you, if you actually focus on spending a little bit of time of your available time and put energy towards getting fresher data, you're going to get better results with less effort. Less effort meaning a smaller marketing budget. I get paid by these big companies to do this and do it with a smaller marketing budget. Helping you hit whatever benchmarks you want to hit is not hard for us. Just reach out, ask us for help, see what everybody says. Just go to the number 2dayblueprint.com, and we have things that we do on there. We have other clients. They tell you what we do and what we've done for them and how we've impacted their business. And you can schedule a call directly with one of us. Can't wait to help you. Can't wait to get positive feedback on, wow, you know what, I unlocked some data. And you'll know, it'll be instant. I'm telling you right now. Your return on investment, just the feel that you get, wow, man, I'm used to getting 4 phone calls a week. Now I got 18. I know why. You got fresher data.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the name of the game right there. Well, awesome, Jay. Hey, thanks for being on, man. And we will see you guys on our next video. Schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday for when we release new videos. So make sure you are a subscriber. You'll get notified on your phone for when we drop new content, and you can start implementing it right away. But hey, thanks for your time, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye now.
See you. Bye.